Hey guys, Aggrey here. If today is your first time watching my video, you are most welcome. And if you're already part of the family, you are also welcome back. Kindly hit on the subscribe button and I bet you never regret this experience. One big change has been made by Ghana government and it's going to blow your mind. Well, I'm so excited about this video. And so I'm going to give you the latest info or update for all travelers upon arriving Kotoka International Airport, and also the good news to all Ghanaians and Ecowas citizens with regards to the payment for the PCR test upon arriving Kotoka International Airport, and what you need to know before arriving Kotoka International Airport. And this update is starting on the 8th of February 2021. I can't wait to share this with you. And in this video, it's going to be in two sections. The first is departure protocols from the country of origin. And this is actually the things you need to know before departing from the country of origin. Some guidelines you need to know or follow and do before boarding the aircraft to Accra Kotoka International Airport. And the second focuses on the protocols or procedures you go through upon arriving at Kotoka International Airport. And so guys, with that being said, let's get into the video. So guys, with the pre-departure protocols from the country of origin, passengers are supposed to go to the accredited laboratories for their PCR test to be done before they board the flight. And also, payment is supposed to be done online before you embark your journey to Accra, Ghana, because the airlines are really going to check. They have to see the payment, the receipts that you have paid for your COVID-19 before you will be allowed to board. You only have to fill with your Ghana passport. If you fill with any other passports, then you will be charged accordingly. The second is on arriving passengers and the procedures and protocols you go through. And Ghana Airport Company have come up with the latest COVID-19 update. And so I'm going to read and explain. I've already made a video about this, and I'm going to be brief with this one and then give you the main info that has been added to the protocols. Latest COVID-19 guidelines for Kotoka International Airport, effective 8 February 2021, revision 5, arriving passengers. All international arriving passengers, including those from the Ecowas region, will be required to meet the following health requirements prior to admission into Ghana. A. Passengers must not have symptoms suggestive of COVID-19, including high body temperature above 38 degrees Celsius. B. Passengers must possess a COVID-19 negative test from the accredited laboratory in the country of origin. The test should be done not more than 72 hours before the scheduled departure time from the country of origin. Some countries have accredited laboratories, so you need to know which hospital to go for the COVID-19 test, and the test shouldn't be more than 72 hours before departure. C. Airlines who board passengers without PCR test results or transport and disembark passengers with positive PCR test results into Accra will be fined 3,500 per person. Non-Ghanaians may be refused entry and returned to the point of embarkation at a cost to the airline. Ghanaians will be allowed entry but subjected to 14 days of mandatory quarantine at a designated facility. And I don't think this will happen. Any airline that boards a passenger without PCR test, a person gets to Kotoka International Airport. If you are a foreigner, or if you are not a Ghanaian, you will be sent back to where you came from. And if you're a Ghanaian, you'll be sent to a designated location to isolate you for 14 days. You will go under 14 days mandatory quarantine. D. Arriving passengers will undergo temperature screening. E. Ghanaian residents who depart Ghana and return within 1 week will not be required to present COVID-19 results from the country of departure They will, however, undergo mandatory COVID-19 testing upon arrival in Ghana. E. Ghanaian residents who depart Ghana and return within 1 week will not be required to present a COVID-19 result from the country of departure. They will, however, undergo mandatory COVID-19 testing upon arriving in Ghana. F. And this is where the excitement is coming from, the latest update at Kotoka International Airport. And I read, passengers will be subjected to a mandatory COVID-19 test at the airport terminal at a cost to be borne by the passenger as indicated below. Ghanaians and Ecowas citizens are now paying $50 upon arrival. This is so wonderful. I'm so excited about this because initially, Ghanaians and Ecowas citizens used to pay $150 upon arriving Ghana, and passengers or Ghanaians were complaining and worried because it was so expensive. So now, kudos to Ghana government, it has been reduced as low as $50, and all other passengers are to pay $150. Initially, all passengers, including Ghanaian Ecowas citizens, used to pay $150, but now there is a change for Ghanaian and Ecowas citizens. So kudos to the Ghana government and congratulations to Ecowas and Ghanaians. So my friends from other countries, sorry for paying $150, and if you would like to pay $50, then you have to become a Ghanaian or come from the Ecowas regions. Moving on, payment must be made online, and so I will put the link in the description down below for assistance. And proof of payment shown to the airline before boarding. So these days, all the airlines are going to open their eyes wide. Why? Because if they don't see it to it that passengers have paid their PCR test online before arriving Kotoka, there are some penalties or some fine they are going to pay. And so airlines are going to be very strict these days. Airlines who board passengers without proof of payment for the COVID-19 test and would or could not pay for the test in Ghana will be fined $3,500 per passenger. This is to say that any airline that brings a passenger without paying the form online, and also when the person gets to Kotoka and refuses to pay for the PCR test online, that airline will be fined because the passenger refuses to pay. And so these days the airlines are going to be very strict. So when you get to the airport and you are being asked to pay, please do justice to that. You have to pay before you board. Other than that, you will not be allowed to board. Yes. H. All arriving passengers who test positive for COVID-19 will undergo mandatory isolation and treatment at a designated health facility or isolation center at a cost to the passenger, except to Ghanaian citizens. The isolation will be for a period for 7 days. However, the final discharge of cases will be based on existing case management guidelines and protocols. I. All passengers who test negative for COVID-19 will be required to continuously adhere to the COVID-19 safety protocols and will receive regular information on the COVID-19 within 5 days of arrival in Ghana. J. Passengers who test negative will be advised to continue to observe COVID-19 safety precautions. K. For passengers who transit through other countries before arriving in Ghana, the first country of departure will be the reference point. Connecting flights should not deny passenger boarding as long as the journey has not been terminated in any of the transit countries. And also, information for transit passengers, guidelines for transit passengers. Passengers transiting and transferring through Accra will not be required to take the COVID-19 test in Accra. Transit passengers will be required to adhere to the COVID-19 testing requirement for the destination countries, and also exemptions for crew, children, and all that. So let me read for us to get the accurate information. Under exemptions, airline crew are exempted from the pre-departure and arrival COVID-19 testing and should follow the airline policy for testing. B. Children under 5 years of age will not be required to undergo testing upon arrival at Kotoka International Airport. The passengers who arrive under emergency circumstances such as diverted flights will not be required to undergo testing if they do not leave the airport or remain in isolation in their hotel. D. Children between the ages of 5 to 12 years will be required to pay for the testing at new rates. And also information for traveling with pets into Ghana. Traveling with pets into Ghana is allowed in line with guidelines of the Veterinary Services Directorate of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. This is all that I have for you for today. I hope this video has been very informative and helpful. And if you'd like to see more of this, kindly like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay safe and see you soon. Bye.